Very important thing that I actually tell children during the workshop is your goal in life is not just about study. Study is just about 10 to 15 years of their life. Or some of them may go up to maybe even 20 years, depending on what they pursue. So then question is, what is important to them?
Hey there, this is Benjamin from LiveSmart Asia here. Once a month, the LiveSmart community gathers together and we learn more together. You're going to be watching one of my closed door sessions that I do monthly for the parents. Now, what's the purpose of this parent thrive? I believe that parenting can be quite a lonely journey sometimes. That's the reason why we have all this session every month so that we can grow together and thrive together. So, enjoy, watch, and share this video if you want to. See you at the next parenting thrive.
So one of the very important things that I actually teach your children, I tell them that when it comes to goals, a lot of children, right, sometimes they don't plan and they don't set goals because to them, goals is like all work and no fun. So one of the very important things, right, when I ask you, what is the goal or are they on track in their pursuit? I ask that question, right, because when I say something generic like goal, it could mean a lot of things. Why? Because to you, what's important for us parents sometimes is we are looking at results. We are looking at study goals. Very important thing that I actually tell children during the workshop is your goal in life is not just about study. Study is just about 10 to 15 years of their life. Or some of them may go up to maybe even 20 years, depending on what they pursue. So then question is, what is important to them? Now parents, can I first and foremost, right, ask you, what are some types of goals that's important to you? Surviving, career, to be independent, success in life. Okay, I like what Danny is saying, sir. My goal is for my child to know their goal first. I got a lot of all of these things that you're saying. Okay, parents, okay, number one, I think what I want to focus, right, is I want to focus about this thing called alignment. Okay, now I think this is very important that we need to be aligned. And I ask you, is your child towards their goal, okay, their pursuit of their goal, is it 1, 2, or 3? Typically, a lot of parents, they will talk about this thing called study goal, correct? Now, then again, is study everything? No, study is not everything. I want to zoom down in this particular question, types. Focus on this, let's go back. Study is one type of goal. Let me share with you another type of goal. As adults, what are we concerned about? Family. Parents, am I right to say that we are concerned about our family? Yes or no? This is the reason why you are telling me that, yes, it's important because I want my child to know about my future. My child must be responsible. My child must do well. This is a family goal. Now, parents, what other goals is important? Just now, I saw somebody say, career goal. We need to bring in the money. No money, no honey, correct? Health goals. Why health goals is important? Because if you got money and you don't have the life to spend it, then what's the point of earning all this money? So everybody health. Then Hafiza, you are saying something that's very important. If you don't have the health to spend the money, then the next thing you should be concerned about is to ask yourself, what happens when I'm gone? Which is the spiritual goal. Now, for adults, are there any other goal? I like what Santi is saying. Entertainment goal. You need to be entertaining. You need to have your own fun, your own vacation, your own relaxation. Travel, okay, travel is under entertainment. Now that we list down all these things that is important, in order for us to be able to help our children continue to pursue our goal, parents, we need to be pursuing our goals also. So very importantly, I need you to also pursue your goal, know what's important to you, know how to plan it very properly. If you take a look at this, right, have we heard of this saying called circle of life? Now, what is a circle of life? This is my interpretation of a circle of life. A circle of life is like a wheel going around towards a particular direction. So you need to go through a particular direction in life. At your children's age or at your age right now, different things are important. But parents, at your age right now, you need to choose what is important to you. So usually I will say choose 3 to 5 types of goals that are important to you. And then the next thing you need to do is to rate these goals and to rank these goals, which is more important. So if you look at all of this just now, some of you say, okay, Study, I think this is for children. But for adults, some of you are still pursuing study. Okay? Then you got family, you got career, financial freedom, you got health. Now, why do I say pick 3 to 5? Because I realize that as a human being, we can only focus maximum 3 to 5 things at one time. The moment we spend too much on one, what happens? Now take a look at this. Let's do something that's very simple. Career, family, and health. Then you say, out of this, I want to spend 50% of my time on career. Then I want to do like maybe 1/4 of my time on health. And then after that, 1/4 of my time I spend on my family. You need to ask yourself, what is your circle of life? Now, this is just an example over here. Are there times whereby your career can be more important than your family? I'm sorry to say, maybe there are times whereby it is. Your career is more important. Maybe you haven't got a job for 2 years, 3 years. You finally got your job, and then after that, you need to go in, you need to produce the results to get the whole thing started. You never know. All right. So there may be a time whereby your career, you feel that it's more important. You say you want to have 50% time, but instead of 50%, you spend a lot more time on career. What will happen? You will eat into health, you will eat into family. This one becomes less. You will spend more time here. Guess what? The wheel becomes imbalanced. That's where people sometimes feel like I'm getting burnout because I'm spending so much time to do something on career and I don't get satisfaction from health. I don't get satisfaction from family. Same thing. What if, let's say, for example, you are supposed to spend career, right? You're supposed to spend career and then health and then after that family. What if you spend too much time on family? Will it affect your career? Yes. Will it affect your health? Yes. End up, your wheel becomes unbalanced again. You need to find your circle and you need to balance. You need to know what's important for you. When I coach adults, and sometimes when adults say that I don't feel satisfaction in my life, I feel lost, I get angry, I get depressed, I got no purpose. The main reason why they are feeling that they lost purpose is because what they are doing doesn't mean anything anymore. They are just going through the motion in life without thinking why, without thinking what is important to them. Parents, the same thing. When you answered that question earlier on, what do you think about your children? Are they moving towards their goal? How you see their goal versus what they see it's important for them might not be the same. Some of us in our head, when we look at them, our goal is for them to study. But for some of our children, study is not the main criteria, it's not their main focus and main priority. So the first step of all of this, right, is to really understand. Just now I talk about your life. You need to understand yourself better. But the next thing that you need to do is you need to understand your children better. Meaning to say, you need to talk to them, ask them what is important for them, what are the different types of goals, so that you can understand. When I say, are they moving towards their goal? Are they pursuing what they want? Is what you want them to pursue and what they want them to pursue, is it the same or different? That is the question that we got to ask. Okay, everybody, thank you so much. I would really appreciate if you really spend time to really think about this. Then maybe in the next round, you have created an impact in your life when you think about it, right? Okay, thank you, everybody. Thank you.